A Gentleman in Moscow, a novel. A Gentleman in Moscow is the utterly entertaining second novel from the author of Rules of Civility. Amor Towles skillfully transports us to the metropole, the famed Moscow hotel where movie stars and Russian royalty hobnob, where Bolsheviks plot revolutions and intellectuals discuss the merits of contemporary Russian writers, where spies spy, thieves thieve, and the danger of 20th century Russia lurks outside its marbled walls. It's also where wealthy Count Alexander Rostov lives under house arrest for a poem deemed incendiary by the Bolsheviks, and meets Nina. Nina is a precocious and wide-eyed young girl who holds the keys to the entire hotel, wonders what it means to be a princess, and will irrevocably change his life. Despite being confined to the hallway of the hotel, the Count lives an absorbing, adventure-filled existence, filled with capers, conspiracies and culture. Alexander Rostov is a character for the ages like Kate Thompson's Eloise and Wes Anderson's M. Gustav. He is unflinchingly, and hilariously for readers, devoted to his station, even when forced to wait tables, play hide-and-seek with a young girl, or confront communism. Towles magnificently conjures the grandeur of the Russian hotel and the vibrancy of the characters that call it home. Al Woodworth, The Amazon Book Review. Review. The book is like a salve. I think the world feels disordered right now. The Count's refinement and genteel nature are exactly what we're longing for. Anne Patchett. How delightful that in an era as crude as ours this finely composed novel stretches out with old-world elegance. The Washington Post. Marvelous. Chicago Tribune. The novel buzzes with the energy of numerous adventures, love affairs, twists of fate and silly antics. The Wall Street Journal. A winning, stylish novel. NPR.org. Enjoyable, elegant. Seattle Times. The perfect book to curl up with while the world goes by outside your window. Refinery 29. Who will save Rostov from the intrusions of state if not the seamstresses, chefs, bartenders and doormen? In the end, Towles's greatest narrative effect is not the moments of wonder and synchronicity but the generous transformation of these peripheral workers, over the course of decades, into confidants, equals and, finally, friends. With them around, a life sentence in these gilded halls might make Rostov the luckiest man in Russia. The New York Times Book Review. This is an old-fashioned sort of romance, filled with delicious detail. Save this precious book for times you really, really want to escape reality. Louise Erdrich. Towles gets good mileage from the considerable charm of his protagonist and the peculiar world he inhabits. The New Yorker. Irresistible. In his second elegant period piece, Towles continues to explore the question of how a person can lead an authentic life in a time when mere survival is a feat in itself. Towles's tale, as a lavishly filigreed as a Fabergé egg, gleams with nostalgia for the golden age of Tolstoy and Turgenev. Oh, the Oprah magazine. The Grand Budapest Hotel and Eloise meets all the Bond villains. The Skim. And the intrigue. A Gentleman in Moscow is laced with sparkling threads, they will tie up, and tokens, they will matter, special keys, secret compartments, gold coins, vials of coveted liquid, old-fashioned pistols, duels and scars, hidden assignations, discreet and smoky, stolen passports, a ruby necklace, mysterious letters on elegant hotel stationery. A luscious stage set, backdrop for a downright Casablanca-like drama. The San Francisco Chronicle. The same gorgeous, layered richness that marked Towles' debut, Rules of Civility, shapes A Gentleman in Moscow. Entertainment Weekly. Praise for Rules of Civility. An irresistible and astonishingly assured debut. Oh, the Oprah magazine. With this snappy period piece, Towles resurrects the cinematic black and white Manhattan of the Golden Age. His characters are youthful Americans in tricky times, trying to create authentic lives. The New York Times Book Review. Sharp, and sure-handed. Wall Street Journal. Put on some Billie Holiday, pour a dry martini and immerse yourself in the eventful life of Katie. Content. People. A wonderful debut novel. The Chicago Tribune. Glittering. Filled with snappy dialogue, sharp observations and an array of terrifically drawn characters. Tolles writes with grace and verve about the mores and manners of a society on the cusp of radical change. NPR.org. A book that enchants on first reading and only improves on the second. The Philadelphia Inquirer.